Good day, friends. Good morning. I am here at Wegmans, the Disneyland of food, and I'm here to report on the movie that I saw last night. So I went into a movie sight unseen, which I haven't done in a while. I haven't even seen a trailer on this one. It was called My Dead Friend Zoe, and I started to notice, first of all, I want to say before I forget, Kyle Houseman Stokes is the director of this movie, and Sonequa Martin Green, I believe, is the name of the lead actor. I'm sorry if I don't know names ahead of time. I have to look at them and memorize them so I get them right in these videos. I want to name the people that I'm that I'm applauding or reviewing. But I started to notice in the theater, in the trailers, that there was there were normal trailers, like the trailers you see every time, but then there were also peppered in some kind of faith-based and political type movies. And I was like, oh no, am I attending a faith-based or an ideological movie? And kind of, yes, I was, but I'll get to that. What this actually is, My Dead Friend Zoe, is a feature film made by Kyle Houseman Stokes, who is a military veteran. And this is a story inspired by and based on some of his personal experiences, not with combat or military service, but with the veterans' issues and the fallout from service, PTSD and mental health issues and veterans issues, things like that. So this movie I call it a cause movie. It's not faith-based, but it's like cause-based. And it's because it literally ends with a PSA and a QR code on the screen where you can help out. And so as far as cinema, as far as seeing a film and being entertained and blown away, I was thinking through most of this movie that this is competently made. It has great actors in it. Sonequa Martin Green is fantastic. It's got Ed Harris, it's got Natalie Morales, and it's got Morgan Freeman. So it's got there are excellent actors in this movie, but there's a feeling that this is a competently made movie about something with a personal insight. And as such, I was enjoying it fine, but maybe lamenting a little bit that I wanted to see something with an artistic flair. But alas, by the end, I would say this movie really, really got me, actually. It really worked for me. And it may not be my normal type of movie, but it's hard to deny the importance of the cause. It's like you don't want to. It's like going to church or something. You don't want to see a movie that you thought was going to be fun, and now suddenly you're watching it. But yet the personal aspects of the story and the importance of it is a huge issue. And I have been fortunate that veterans issues have not touched my family. There's a few people in my family environment who have served, but no one who's come back from a tour with PTSD or something. So these are not issues that touch me personally, but they do touch me empathetically. And so this is a movie about a young woman who did a tour in, I believe it's Afghanistan, and she we just know from the title of the movie and from the setup of the movie that she has a friend she served with who is no longer alive, My Dead Friend Zoe. And it's doing a thing where Natalie Morales is over her shoulder and following her around, and she's interacting with her. But the movie doesn't waste a lot of time making us think that she's really there. It establishes pretty quickly on this is her dead friend Zoe, who is kind of living with her, and she can't put it aside. And that's all that I'm going to say. Ed Harris is her grandfather. He is a Vietnam veteran. Morgan Freeman is also a Vietnam veteran. But I won't say much more about the story. I'll just say I'll dance around. Again, this is not the most brilliant and artistic cinematic flourish that you'll ever witness. It is a movie with a cause. It is a very personal movie, and it's pretty good. It tries to be funny and well paced, and for the most part, it's successful. But there's something else going on. There is a bit of I wouldn't call it a twist, because that's it's not that level. But there are misdirected expectations in this movie for what is going on. And, I think all too often movies feel obligated to do that now, but audiences are so sophisticated. We are 10 steps ahead of a movie. So pulling the rug out or giving us a twist. It now has to be a twist on a twist on a twist. And that's not really what's going on in this movie. And I want to actually praise this movie for, again, it's not a twist. It's just an unexpected take on what you thought was going on. You know, as an audience member, there's something sophisticated going on with, like, that's her friend and she's not really dead and her friend is keeping her from moving on. She's got these, and you make certain assumptions about the friend and the situation and the circumstance. And you think you know, and you're like, when are we gonna deal with it? And then when things are revealed in the denouement of the movie, it's like, oh, it was something different from what we thought. And that, I have to say, is when this movie won me over. A lot of times the twist or the denouement or the, you know, the special little pull the rug out moment is where a movie will lose you, especially a movie that's, you know, basically like a PSA. This movie is literally a PSA, a public service announcement. But the fact that this movie got me emotionally with its twist, and that it made me kind of appreciate the whole movie more. And I don't mean to overpromise. It might be obvious to some of you, again, because I'm not personally dealing with things like veterans issues all the time. I had not thought through some of these things. And so for me, it was a revelation. And so I think this movie was successful. I think Kyle Houseman Stokes was very, very successful in what he wanted to do, because this movie opened my eyes in a way that he was probably hoping it would. So I don't want to oversell this movie. It is it's from like a kind of ideology-based kind of studio, and it's a cause movie, and it's got they paid a lot of money to get some great actors in it, and it is competently made, and it's about something important. If by chance these are issues that have touched you or are important to you, then I think this movie, will probably work very well for you. Otherwise, use your own discretion, I guess. It's not a waste of time. I'll just say that. So I came around pretty hard on this movie, and thinking that I would have to just be polite and maybe a little condescending and say that it was a nice little cause movie that was had its heart in the right place. But I gotta admit defeat in the end. This movie got me, and it worked for me. And so well done. That's my review of My Dead Friend Zoe. I will be back with more shorts and reviews and stuff soon. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. I haven't had a haircut since Christmas, and it's been real hard to get in. So I finally have an appointment. I know you were very concerned about that. You can rest easy. You can tell your family Josh is getting the haircut, okay? And you can also join us on Patreon, where you can see a lot of this stuff early, and there's exclusive fun stuff over there. I just took a look at, I screen shorts over there to see if they're like riffable, and I sometimes post all these reviews early over there, and artwork and things like that too. So thank you so much for your time. I'll talk to you again soon. Josh out.